Hello?
Okay, you're rolling now.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. I'm Frankie-san.
And I'm Mark.
Okay, we got a couple of quick announcements as usual. And then we're going to go into a lot of reviews. We got a lot of catching up. And there's a lot of references to what I got posted over here. So I'm just going to point when it comes to it. Anyway, don't forget to subscribe and like on YouTube. Now, I'm supposed to do like little mini episodes. And I was supposed to premiere on Thanksgiving. And what happened was, well, I got caught up with the Beatles on Disney Plus. And I took an offer on Disney Plus for a month for free. And Hulu. 99 cents for the next 12 months, so I took advantage of that. I had to, and but I got caught up with 8 hours of Beatles. And the funny thing is, real quick, Paul McCartney did a live concert film back in his tour in 1990, and it was called Get Back. Little trivia we're going to give you throughout the show like that, and also we're going to have 10-minute mini episodes on YouTube. Okay, so. We're going to be going over the 007. It's like the #1 picture of the year. It beat F9. You know, everybody knows that, the rumor is they want the Rock back and F10-11. That's the rumor so far. Okay, money talks. He'll probably be in it. But he's doing box office wonders on with Red Notice, which is huge on Netflix.
Oh, so now it's huge before it was bad, huh?
Well, I always like the film.
Well, but it's doing huge numbers.
But it's doing huge numbers. But anyway, going back, there are going to be a lot of references to that. We're going to be covering 007, Godzilla, Star Wars, Star Trek, Prodigy with Janeway. The show's awful. We get more into that. Doctor Who, then in the middle of the season, and I'm actually catch up on the 4 episodes of Dexter. He's back, yes. But we're going to go more into that, and that's what the little mini thing is. So let's go right straight into movies because we got a lot to cover. But I said, like, those little mini segments are going to talk about on YouTube. They're going to be specials, and I'll probably be doing, like, at least, but by the time this show premieres, it's going to be the Thanksgiving show, but it's going to premiere in the second week in November. And then it's going to be repeated on Thanksgiving and Christmas. Thank you, because we did the same thing for the Thanksgiving show.
Christmas episode.
The Christmas episode, but we had to do it ahead of time,
right?
Because of the booking schedule. But anyway, so we're going to miss the review on Spider-Man, but I'm going to say right off the top, right now, the top box office pictures is Shang-Chi, Venom, Black Widow, F9, and The Quiet Place. And Bond, No Time to Die is #6, which will go down a couple of pegs. One, Spider-Man is going to be the biggest movie of the year, guaranteed, domestically, internationally. And at the same token, Matrix will probably be #2.
Matrix is coming out this year?
It's coming a week before Spider-Man. It's only got one. It's only got 1 week to make its money, but Spider-Man is going to kill everything.
And is that they're going to have that movie Nathan Drake coming out this year, or is that next year?
That's next year.
Okay.
But it's a little bit confusing because they've been switching all the schedules, you know. Especially for Thanksgiving, was a Top Gun was supposed to premiere,
right.
And Sing 2 is going to go up against West Side Story for Christmas. I don't think they're going to do all that good, but the thing was, Sing 2 was supposed to premiere in July, and it got bumped to Christmas. So that's how the competition. Matrix versus Spider-Man, West Side Story with Sing 2, 2 musicals. But anyway, and if you notice, yes, I got into my Lego collection. There's a brand new Lego with Spider-Man versus Octopus. Doc Ock, should I say. I've been really getting into this. I'm going to do a little segment, especially for our YouTube channel. So there's going to be a lot of little mini shows on our YouTube channel. Please stop by and subscribe. Okay, and then we're going to have another new show, the best of the year and Oscar nominations. I don't know about that, but it'll be the second week in January. Again, one more last thing. This show's going to be for Thanksgiving, but it's going to premiere.
Christmas.
I know, I'm so stuck on Christmas.
Yeah, man, because you keep saying Thanksgiving, it's going to be like, how are they going to see the show?
Right.
In Thanksgiving.
Well, I mean, yeah, well, gotta get Doctor Who into the measure. But anyway, okay, so let's start from the top. From Thanksgiving was Ghostbusters. I know you got a lot to say about that. Go ahead.
Well, no, I saw the film.
You took my ears off on the phone there.
Really? Did I?
Yeah, you complained about the fan service. You said
it
it was boring.
Yeah, it was basically boring, fan service. It wasn't really a comedy. They threw some comedic parts in there, but it was just basically a lot of callbacks. it didn't really develop anything more. And do we do spoilers?
Yeah.
And the whole crew's back. The whole crew except for Egon, because as we all know, Egon passed away. So he shows up. Did you
Right.
see it?
Oh yeah, I liked it.
Okay.
I know it was too much fan service, but the way I did it was I compared it to the
Star Wars.
No, the female crew.
Which you liked.
No,
I
I
thought
didn't.
that was good.
No, I didn't like that one.
Oh, okay.
I was Melissa McCarthy. I loved the girls. Okay, they were really good. 4 good comedians, and they were completely wasted.
Because the thing is, in Ghostbusters, it wasn't a comedy. The funny thing about Ghostbusters is it's like they're making fun of the whole event. The event was the humorous part. Like they were trying to portray themselves as sort of like when you would hire exterminators.
Right.
And they were almost like exterminators, but for the other realm ghosts. I mean, other realm exterminators. So that's the whole humorous part of it. And when you put Bill Murray, he was just being a sarcastic New Yorker, like most New Yorkers.
But
are.
yeah, but they're
And
funny.
That's what the humor was. The
Right.
humor is basically in his sarcasm, his dry wit. His everybody was taking it serious. So it was like he was a New Yorker making fun of everybody.
Right.
Like if you had Rodney Dangerfield there, and that's what was historical segments alone, where he would say, "Oh, this," like they had when they were brought before the mayor and the guy, and one of the mayor's henchmen was saying, "This is a farce. This is fake. These people are just robbing people like this," and Dan Aykroyd said, "This guy is a lying, penisless SOB." And they asked Bill Murray, "What do you think?" And he looks straight at the mayor and says, "Your Honor, he's right." And everybody was shocked. And we go, "Oh my goodness, he's confessing. This man has no penis." And that's where the humor was.
Right.
It's not like where everybody tries to mug for the camera, one up everybody. That's not funny.
Well, the thing
That's
was
not funny.
they
And
put
that's
they,
what that Ghostbusters with the females did. They were just trying to mug for the camera. Everyone was trying to top each other. It's like nonstop making facial gestures. If you saw these people doing this, you would think something's wrong with them.
right. I mean, the movie was just plain whack.
Yeah,
For
it was
good
terrible.
comedians, and it was completely wasted.
For good comedians, I would have to doubt their.
let's not get into that because
No, I'm just saying
they live in town
comedians-
like we do. So
No, I'm just saying because comedians, we're talking about stand-up. These people are more like actors. There's a difference between comedians and actors.
well, comedians on TV. Melissa McCarthy had a big hit. It was
Yeah,
a-
but that's a
It's
situation
a sitcom.
comedy.
Yeah, it's a sitcom.
Right,
So
it's not a stand-up comedian.
well, it's
It's sort of like you do improv. You're improvisational comedian.
right.
It's not like a real comedian. It's like you're not Rodney Dangerfield.
Okay,
That's what I'm
I'd
just
say like
saying.
to.
You're not George Carlin. You're not Rodney
Well, see,
Dangerfield.
that's stand-up compared to comedic actors, sitcom actors. But that's a whole nother ball game.
Oh,
But anyway,
okay.
for me, what I liked about it was a continuation of number one because they actually brought most of the original people from the first movie, and instead of with the females, they put it with the kids. And the kids are taking over, especially when you find out that the little girl with the glasses is the granddaughter of one of the original Ghostbusters. And then you see, spoiler, if you didn't see it at the end credits, you missed it. But at the final credit was, you see Ernie Hudson, and he's going to start his own Ghostbusters company. It's a corporation, and they can go to different cities or different countries. And now that's an aspect they can explore instead of just being New York City or some farm. So I think they got potential because it's been greenlighted. They're going to get,
That's a mistake.
it's going to get a trilogy, the second
Did
and
it do
third.
well in the box office?
It did damn good, and it hasn't completely opened
Well,
internationally.
you know,
so
it's not Ghostbusters. Like I said, remember a long time ago, I said the movies they're making now isn't for the, let's say, the fans from Generation X. This is more for new fans. I don't know what they call them, Zoomers or whatever. So it's basically
Whatever.
for Zoomers.
well, the X fans got a lot of fan service in this movie, to make them happy. Don't forget, these guys now we're all grown up, and we're bringing our kids.
I didn't bring my kids to this.
Well, I mean,
I don't have
in
kids.
general. In general, that's what they're doing. Everybody, like whoever saw Star Wars back in the 70s, are bringing their kids, and their kids are bringing their
Wait,
kids.
but you notice it's like a trend. It's a bad idea. Just come up with something different because
They
they're
Hollywood,
ruining the franchises.
the Hollywood won't dare do that because anybody tries to come up with something original, they get fired. So they got to play
They
it
might as
safe.
well do it because
That's the executives in Hollywood,
it's
and that's why
remember-
streaming is taking off. Because
remember, it's the guy who came up with the guy who greenlit Star Wars and Jaws got fired.
yeah,
Those were very successful films. He
Mhm.
greenlit them, they got finished, he got fired, and then they became these blockbuster movies.
that's
It's
Hollywood for
ridiculous.
you.
It's
Okay, here we go.
yes, sir.
King Richard, have you seen it?
No.
Okay, don't bother anybody. It's
Who
about
was in it?
Okay, Will Smith, who I met
Oh,
on
right.
the tennis guy, right?
Right. For a minute, I thought it was a
No, it's not Shakespeare, no.
yeah, I
King,
thought it was like a Shakespeare or
no,
something
no.
like King
But
Richard.
unfortunately, it's a movie about a guy who's really ambitious to earn his Oscar. And he will do anything, including misrepresenting the story about two girls who want to be tennis champions.
Oh, sounds great.
Yeah, it's all about Will Smith.
Oh,
Never
it's
mind
always
the
been
girls.
Like that. It's sort of like remember that movie you made about concussions?
Yeah. Yep.
He put the doctor with an accent, and the doctor came out and says, "I don't have an accent. I don't know why the guy's making me sound like that." It's completely absurd. I mean, why would you make it seem like the guy is from someplace?
Yeah, I mean, it's supposed to be about Selena and her sisters, right? The tennis champions.
Venus.
Venus, right? And it's all about Will Smith. Who has
Well, hell, those two are taken away with themselves because I see commercials where Venus says, "Hi, you see me on television," and I'm saying, I don't follow tennis, so I don't see you on TV. I don't follow that type of sport.
Well-
I don't follow any sports, so I don't even know who the heck you're talking
well,
about.
that's
me
the
seeing.
publicity department writing the scripts for them.
Yeah,
It was
but
same thing,
It's still acting like I should know you.
right? Well, same thing like Brian
Please.
James. That was a British critic.
Yes.
And then the British critic said, "We don't care who the hell LeBron James. We don't watch basketball. Yeah, we watch soccer. You know."
Right.
And said, "So this guy's coming. You know, oh, I'm LeBron James, and watch my movie Space
Yeah,
Jam."
you
And
may
said,
know me.
"No, who the hell are you? You know."
You Michael Jordan.
Yeah, I mean, outside a certain frame, the rest of the planet doesn't care.
And especially look with YouTube, the social media, it's taken over where everybody can be famous. Hopefully we become famous. Please subscribe, join, watch us on YouTube, and then we can become famous. And then we could stop and ignore people who are allegedly famous, who walk down the street like name me any actor, Chris Helmsworth, who's shelling for Hugo Boss. We could see him down the street. Okay, so isn't that Chris Helmsworth? And we'll say, oh, is he the shell for Hugo Boss? Yes. Okay, let's continue walking. Let's ignore it.
Well, you can check me in a quick cameo and on a future episode of Bull. But when that comes up to it, you'll see why.
Yes.
So we're getting down. But anyway, next movie, House of Gucci. Completely overrated. People talking Oscars for this and that. None. 2.5 hours. Then you find out
Well,
that
how was Lady Gaga?
Lady Gaga was good for the 2 hours. She disappears in the third hour, which makes no sense. And then on top of that,
I don't understand.
and there's no spoiler. This is the story.
Can she act?
Yeah, I'm a Lady Gaga fan, so I got to back it up.
Yeah, no, I'm a fan of her music, the way she sings.
She was
But
good in this, but the
what
way
I can't
it was
stand-
presented,
what
it was.
I can't stand is when they don't hire real actors, and then they hire those actors who can't act, and then they put on accents.
She was good with the accent. She
Okay.
she didn't. Everybody was good with the Italian accent.
Well, I
It's the problem-
know. Al Pacino could do it. I know Adam Driver could do it. I know these other people are real actors. I wasn't sure about Lady Gaga whether or not she was going to.
No, she was good, but the third act, it wasn't about her. She meets Salma Hayek, and she says, "Listen, things are not going good. You know, he wants to divorce me. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, let's do an assassination point." And then the whole story shifts, and you see the breakdown of the Gucci family, where they lose. You know, Adam Driver sets up Al Pacino. One of his uncles that said, listen, these guys are going to come in and take over the corporation. He forces Al Pacino to sign away the rights. And you see the whole Gucci family breaking apart. Then at the very end, you see Gucci getting Adam Driver, right?
Spoilers.
Spoiler. And I mean, this is the real story. But you haven't seen the movie. You're not missing anything because the way.
Who even knows this story?
And who cares? That's the whole thing. The last 10 minutes, they shoot him. They find out it was her. She goes to jail for life. Boom, movie over. So you spent 2.5 hours.
She didn't really go to jail for life. I think she did like 9 years.
I think 9 to 10 years, but you know what I mean. I mean, the way it said, okay, Ms. Gucci, we found you guilty, boom, and then the credits come in. The corporation took over the name. Everybody went to jail. The end. Thanks for watching. Thanks for wasting 2.5 hours of your life on this movie. When they wrapped it up in the last 10 minutes, it was a total
waste of time.
Waste of time.
Oh, nice.
Lady Gaga, maybe she deserves a nod for Best Actress,
but not an Oscar.
I think she might get away with it for a Golden Globes Awards. Okay. Next one. Encanto. Yes, that came out.
Yeah.
Okay. Lin-Manuel did all the music and everything. I mean, it looks great. I wasn't too much into the story with magic and all that. Yeah. He did a better one called...
What country is it from?
This is supposed to be...
Colombia?
Colombia or Mexico?
Maybe Colombia.
I think Colombia because... the other one was supposed to be Cuba. My favorite movie of Lin-Manuel this year is not In the Heights, but Vivo, where he plays, it looks like a little monkey with a hat, but they call it a honey bear. The music was fantastic. The movie was fantastic. It had a lot of heart, and it had a great payoff at the end. And that was based on Cuba.
Right. Nice.
So that's my favorite animation is Vivo, but all the Oscars people are going for Encanto. Yeah, and I don't think so.
That's my problem with Encanto, right? Encanto tries to portray itself as an authentic indigenous movie.
Yeah.
But that's not their language. Spanish is not the indigenous language of Colombia. I think the indigenous language of Colombia, if I'm correct, if it's part of the Inca Empire, would be Quechua. If I'm correct.
Well, it doesn't matter because everybody talks English.
English. English with Spanish accents.
Yeah, it's Americanized, okay?
Okay, good.
And,
Americanized. Americanized. Let me see the
And Lin-Manuel is Puerto Rican anyway. But, you know, he covers all these different Spanish nationalities. But that's okay.
Whatever.
Okay. Anyway, and I said on top of the show there, what's going to be coming up next is, West Side Story is going up against Sing 2. And Matrix is going up. Spider-Man on the weekend is going to do huge. That's going to be the biggest movie.
Yeah. And it doesn't even have to be any good.
Probably
not. No. Fan service. You got to do fan service. Like the other two Spider-Men weren't good.
The last one was horrible. The one in London Bridge.
Yeah.
The
first one was bad too because the first one was sort of like trying to rip off 16 Candles, The Breakfast Club. It was all trying to be a rip-off of that great director-writer, John Hughes.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And it was like, look, are you trying to be Spider-Man or do you want to be a John Hughes film? Figure what you want to do, but combining both of them isn't working.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they always have to dump another character, and they're like, oh, here we're going to dump Iron Man. And this one we're going to dump, what do you call that? Who was in the second one? They dumped...
I forget.
Yeah.
I don't remember these movies. That's how bad they are.
It's like Jake Gyllenhaal. They dumped...
Mysterio.
They dumped Nick Fury. They dumped all these people because they're like, hey, Tom Holland could do it. Spider-Man could pull a movie. You just have no confidence in him. That's why you throw too much on it. It's not working.
Well, that's why they dumped Sinister Six on him.
Oh,
that's okay. Doc Ock is coming back.
Yeah. Electro,
Jamie Foxx, the Goblin.
Yes. Oh, that's
Sandman,
bad.
and who's there's one more they're not being specific about.
Oh, the Lizard.
The Lizard. Okay, but that's 5. So one is still missing.
Vulture.
Oh, that's right. Michael Keaton, the Vulture.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense now. Okay, but see, now they got to include Sinister Six because I know the last one with Mysterio was horrible.
He's a great actor.
He was wasted there.
Yeah, it's so sad. Like I have to say, one of my favorite actors is Jake Gyllenhaal by none. He is amazing. Like they always say, Nightcrawler was one of his best films. if you have to see a Jake Gyllenhaal film?
Him and Robert Downey Jr. and that mystery about the serial killer. Oh, what was the name of it?
Zodiac.
Zodiac. That was
Yeah,
good.
he's
That was
amazing.
interesting.
He's amazing.
Don't tell that to Taylor Swift. But anyway, that's another subject. Another subject, folks. Okay. Okay. So, my favorite films of the year. My number one is Coda. Children of Deaf Adults. Excellent film. Madeline right now is making the rounds on the talk shows. And if I learned this right, it means thank you for watching. But Coda is a great film. That's a little bit of sign language.
AIDS?
No, it's about the sign language.
Oh.
Okay. My favorite, again, I mentioned Vivo, Godzilla versus Kong. And let me see, what's my other? Tomorrow's War, which was in Paramount Pictures, and they sold it to Amazon because they had no faith in it. And they took that extra money and they promoted Snake Eyes instead. And we know where that went, the bottom of top 5. And that's, of course, I mentioned Justice League last time. The Zack Cut, or 4 hours. And, of course, Red Notice. I thought that was, it's a rip-off. It's nothing original, but it's fun like hell.
Right.
It was sold with a bunch of people at my friend's house, and we were having a great time. And that's what it's about. Dumb, fun entertainment. Don't get preachy, woke, and cult, and all this other crap, okay? I enjoyed the Beatles all 8 hours, 3 parts. It was a long one. Wow. And
I saw
then...
Paul McCartney in concert in Yankee Stadium. He's amazing.
Oh, Yankee Stadium. The one with Billy Joel?
Yes.
Yeah, that was one of his best shows.
Have you seen it?
I've seen him like 10, 15 times already.
Oh, but did you go to the concert? Or
Yeah, no, I was there. Of course I was there.
Oh, nice.
Him and Billy Joel, fuck, man.
Yeah, it was amazing. That was on a Saturday, right?
They did a Friday and Saturday show. It was a double header.
Yeah, I did.
because he had...
He's amazing. It's like
yeah,
he has the ability to enthrall a crowd. They have the ability to enthrall the crowd.
Well, yeah, he's been doing that for over 50 years.
man.
But the best documentary is Get Back. But he also has on Hulu, McCartney 321, when he has an interview with Rick Rubin. And when they go to the 8-track, well, actually 24, 48 tracks now.
It's
But back
25.
then...
I think
Okay.
we have 3 minutes.
We got 3 minutes? Okay, we'll make this a little bit. What he does, Rick Rubin asks him how you do this part and that part, and they deconstruct the tracks individually. Like the solo on Can't Buy Me Love was actually done on a slow speed. And we never knew that, you know? And how the Beatles would do harmonies because they were competing against the Beach Boys. Little things like that.
That's great.
Me as a musician, I love it because, like I said, in the beginning of the show, if you missed the beginning, I announced it that we're on Instagram. I do a lot of mini reviews. If you go to my Instagram account, you saw all the reviews I did for Ghostbusters, King Richard, House of Gucci, Ikando. I do little 1 minute little things. I write it out, what I like, 3 out of 5, 4 out of 5. Don't bother with House of Gucci, stuff like that, Instagram. But the official announcement is
It's
TikTok.
26.
1 more
2
minute. TikTok. I officially joined. By the time this comes on in Christmas Eve, you will see something on TikTok, me playing guitars and keyboards. All original music because there will be a second channel. It's already been set up. It hasn't been officially announced.
Nope.
So when this show comes out in Christmas, Instagram has already been running. TikTok is going to be running, and the other second channel. There will be a little clip added to this in the repeat for the Christmas show. I probably post it in the beginning of the show. And you'll see the other 2 channels, Me in Action and TikTok, and the other Facebook, not Facebook, the other YouTube channel. So we're going to have 2 of them by the end of the year. One is movies, the other one's music. Okay, I'm Frankie's son.
Wait, we still have 1 minute. With the 1 minute left, I'm going to say Suicide Squad was one of my favorite for my top 5.
Okay, what else?
Black Widow I enjoyed, and June I had to put it up there. It's
Dune. How come I didn't put Dune up there?
I don't know. Maybe you don't like it.
Nah, I loved it, man. I'm looking forward to part 2 with the big giant sandworms finally.
Yeah, it's like,
I got to write that down so I can put that in my YouTube
now we
channel.
have maybe 30 seconds left. Like, subscribe, watch us on YouTube. I see the numbers are climbing. Continue to climb.
Yeah,
let's go.
we need those numbers because next year might be our last year. That depends on you guys. Because once I join the union, I don't know what's going to happen with this show. The union is very, very picky about people doing independent stuff like we're doing. We are a nonprofit. We've been celebrating over 30 years of doing this, and I'm going to the next level where I'm going to go acting full time. So we're gonna see how it's gonna happen. But anyway,
All right.
enjoy
Adios.
the show, enjoy the repeat, and we'll see you in the brand new Year in January with a brand new show. See you then.